Now for some basic information about maintenance. The cutting blade is very durable, but its actual life will vary depending on the types of papers and settings used. It will last for at least 125 to 150 single cuts. When it's time to replace the cutting blade, we recommend that your customers only use genuine Cricut replacement cutting blades, which are available for purchase. To replace the cutting blade, you first need to remove the cutting blade assembly. To remove the cutting blade assembly, locate the thumb screw and turn it counterclockwise until it loosens enough that you can swing it into the right. Be careful not to loosen the screw too much or it will fall out. Remove the cutting blade assembly from the machine. To remove the blade, press down on the blade release. The blade will emerge from the bottom of the assembly where it's held in place by a magnet. Carefully remove the blade by gently pulling it out of the assembly. To install a new blade, let go of the blade release and carefully insert the shaft of the new blade into the hole in the bottom of the cutting blade assembly. The blade will be pulled up into the assembly if properly installed. Replace the cutting blade assembly. Please remind your customers that the blades are very sharp and should be handled with the utmost care.
Your customers can expect anywhere from 25 to 40 full mat cuts from their Cricut cutting mat before it requires replacement. The actual life of the mat will vary depending on the settings and papers they use. Customers should only use genuine Cricut replacement cutting mats, which are also available for purchase. The cutting mat is designed so that it can be inserted into the Cricut machine with the arrow pointing toward the Cricut machine or with the arrow pointing away from the machine. When the mat is inserted with the arrow pointing away from the machine, it's important to remember that the paper still needs to be aligned in the lower left-hand corner of the mat, and the blade still needs to be aligned in the upper right-hand corner of the mat. Changing the direction of the mat every once in a while will prolong its life. The measurement marks are designed to be used easily when the mat is facing either direction. Another option for customers is to purchase several mats, rotating them often. This will extend the overall life of each mat.
Some additional tips for caring for the Cricut machine include keeping it away from food and liquids, keeping it in a dry, dust-free location, not leaving it in a car where excessive heat or cold might damage plastic parts, and not exposing it to direct sunlight for an extended period of time. The Cricut machine can be cleaned with a slightly damp cloth. Any excess moisture should be immediately dried with a soft cloth. No part of the machine should ever be immersed in water. Customers should not use chemicals or alcohol-based cleaners on the Cricut machine. Abrasive cleaning tools should also be avoided. For more detailed instructions and helpful tips, please refer to the Cricut machine's user manual.
We're sure you're going to enjoy using the Cricut machine. We also hope that you enjoy teaching others about the Cricut's versatility.